Okay. Alright. Yes. Good. Well, last time, Stony, Vernon, and Akumi all made their way to Dragon's Rest, a town filled with an extraordinary amount of kobolds. And they found out about rebels, a bunch of kobold rebels, and when they were walking away from Dragon's Rest. That's when they were attacked. They're now making their way the rest of the way to the Seagrow caves. Once they get there, they realize, oh hell! Oh no, Vernon says as he sees the cliff. It really is a cliff we have to climb down. It's about 100 feet in the air, I think. Okay, so they now have to descend from the top of the cliff. Get all their character sheets open so we can use them, play around with them, all that stuff. Oh, and I'm supposed to read this when they approach from above. I'll read it now. An opening gapes in the cliff face 200 feet below you. Like a mouth drinking in the crashing waves, two natural stairways formed of stone columns offer ways down the cliff. They do? I've never played like that. I've always played they had to descend down the cliff using ropes or something. Because I've never read that before. I was like... well, I've only done this twice before. Both times I kind of indicated that they would want to use a boat to get around to there. To go from Dragon's Rest to there. So it's 200 feet. Which they can all climb with a rope. And we'll say that's fine. And so they would use their athletics check to see how well they climb down. Which we'll say was with advantage because they're using a rope and also they're all helping each other as they go down. And that's something that, like, people helping other people, that's something that normally people have to call out and be like, I'm going to help them with that, or can I help them with that, you know, or sometimes you might make them roll in whatever skill they're using, like say somebody wants to help with this athletics check, you know, you might make them roll athletics to see if they're able to help, or if they're too concerned with their own thing. Like this, okay, 16, that's more than enough. Like this one would probably be like 10 as a DC, but the actual, the roll that the person wants to make would probably be like 15 or so, you know, like the help action in these cases should always be less than whatever the actual goal is. If you'd require a roll for that, most of the time I don't. Most of the time if they just say, I'm helping with that, or can I help with that, I'll be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And then they have advantage. Whoever's doing it. Whoever's making the roll. So they're helping Stony because he's at disadvantage. So with this advantage, he will be able to roll not at disadvantage. Athletics. 13, that's enough. And you might, like, for something like this, because it's like 200 feet, which is pretty far, you might require multiple rolls, but I'd say it all depends. Okay, well, he rolled without advantage. That all depends on what it is. If it's something like really intense or something, or if like the side of the cliff is falling apart, you might require multiple rolls for them to climb down, but most of the time I'd either do one roll or sometimes no rolls, because climbing is just a movement mechanic. Oh, I already did with him. So Vernon, athletics, but with advantage. Critical hit. Climbs down so easily. He's like down at the bottom, but while everyone else is still at the top. Be like, oh, you guys are taking too long. And finally advance. Oh, 13, thanks to the advantage. Alright. Oh no, I took them, didn't I? Oh, once again. I don't know why this map is like that. It's like twice as small as it needs to be, and just everything else is shrunk. Just so weird. Okay. They fall into the water and they're just like, oh, what's this? I thought there was something in the water. Yeah, some kind of monster. We better be careful. Alright. Oh, it says something here about low and high tide. I kind of forgot about. For the most part, I'd probably just ignore that, unless you see it as being fun thing to run. Because the main thing is them fighting this thing here, which will attack them in a moment. Unless you want to, like, further complications some way and just being like, it's high tide right now. The water is higher, and it's hard to get through there. Otherwise I'd probably just say, it is low tide now, you know. Anyway, now that they're staying in the entrance tunnel, multicolored fungus cover the walls of this tunnel. Its bioluminescent glow filling the cave with dim light. The surface of the water swirls with colorful, faintly glowing spores, perhaps reacting to the movement of something under the surface. Yeah, there's something under the surface, eh? Stony says, taking charge like he often does, and makes a perception check. I don't see nothing, though. And he walks ahead confidently. Akumi and Vernon kind of glance at each other and get into position, ready for a fight, as Stony makes his way confidently up to there. And that's when the Spore Servant Octopus suddenly pops out of the water and everyone rolls for initiative. And Stony rolled. They were getting ready, so they were already ready for a fight. But Stony should have to make another. How about a dexterity saving throw to see if he's surprised or not versus this creature. Whoops. This creature's passive dexterity, which is 11. So he just has to go level 11 or more, 50-50 shot. 18. He is not surprised. Okay. So now everyone roll for initiative. And the Spore Servant Octopus, 15 for them. That's not good. But let's see what everyone else gets. Oh, right. That should be 15. I forgot to select the... Wow, it'll do that for anything? So if I have that selected, even though I'm rolling for him, it'll roll for that thing. That's so weird. So I selected him this time. Okay. 20. Nice job, Stony. No, you got 5 before. We'll ignore that one. Vernon. Oh. And select Vernon. 17. Not bad. Because I was worried for no reason. Oh, but she'll go after. So Stony is first. He'll move ahead. He'll be like, I eat monsters like you for breakfast, even though you seem to be made completely out of mushrooms. And then he attacks her. Stony attacks the octopi with his long sword and misses. That's too fast for me. You only need 11 to hit. I mean, normally they wouldn't know what they needed to hit it until they actually hit it. And even then, it's like, if they got 18, it'd be like, that hits, but, you know, you don't know what the AC is on that. Some people like to play open rules. It means the first time they hit it, you tell them the AC. I'll do that sometimes. Depends on the group. Anyway, so Vernon is up next, and he will move there. Oh, you know what? I keep thinking Stony's... Whoops. I just want to check something. I keep thinking Stony's a fighter, but he's a paladin. I'm just wondering, like, is there a move he could be doing that I'm not doing, like, as a bonus action? Yes, I'll have to figure that out. Let's look at paladin here. He's got lay on hands. That's... Oh, I know what lay on hands is. I know I did that. And he's got divine sense. I think that's probably it. Divine sense, present strong evil, resistant sense like a noxious odor and powerful good, rings like heavenly music to in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. And then your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead of any being whose presence you sense. You use any number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier. As long as you gain no experience. Charisma modifier 2, so you use it 3 times per long rest. That's pretty cool. But it's not. Yeah, he doesn't have any bonus actions. That's all I was really looking for. Okay, Vernon's turn. He will bonus action Hex first, and then blast him second. Time to blast. That missed. Wow. Vernon's just kind of like, never done that before. Never missed before, not once. Anyway, then the servant's turn, and I mean, they're all still level 1. Is there anything special about being level 1? No. Okay. Just if they're level 2, then 2 Sturges would come down and fight alongside them. So only a little different. Oh, right. So the Spore Servant attacks Stony. Here's how I determine what the monsters will do most of the time. Just first check their intelligence. If it's not very high, they won't do anything smart, you know? Like this one's a 2, so it's just a mindless hand. It's just a mindless beast, basically. Practically mindless. A 2 isn't like completely brain dead or anything, like a 1 or 0 would be. But that also says to me, it is not smart enough to be like, oh, I need to attack these things over here. It's like just sees that Stony's attacking it really up close, and so it attacks Stony. Like everything it does is instinctual, essentially. Also, this is a creature made of magic that was placed here by the Myconids, actually. Well, it's made of mushrooms, but, you know, it's held together by magic. And it was set here to just protect the entrance, so it'll fight till it's dead. It has no self-preservation inside of it. It's just it'll just fight until it dies. So, it now attacks Stony with its tentacles. Oh, shit, that hits for 8 damage. Ah! Stony shouts as its tentacle, covered completely with mushrooms, comes down and takes a big swipe out of him, cutting open his chest. Or not quite cutting, I guess punching a small hole in his chest, because it's bludgeoning damage. Alright, Akumi's up. Okay, Akumi's the healer. Maybe she should heal. Alright, is she the healer? I don't remember. Yeah, I think she's gonna heal. I think she'll drop a healing word. Yeah, because that's one bonus action. It can be done at range. 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier. Yeah, we will use 1 to get 4 health back to... Wait, it was 4 health? Okay. So I rolled a 1. Plus 3. Gotcha. Okay, well, still better than nothing. So he's back up to 8 now. And because that was it didn't lower one of her spell slots. I'll have to remember to do that. And then she can cast Sacred Flame as her other attack. Yeah, DC. So this has to make a DC save. It does. Damn. That would have been a lot of damage. Stony, I can take it, he says back to his companions, and then with a mighty attacks. Makes one-handed. Finally hits the damn thing. No one has hit it so far. 8 slashing damage. Slashing? 8 slashing. Cut that slashing damage from me in the shoulder. Okay. So finally gets damage. Vernon tries again with the Eldritch Blast. Hits as well. Gets to do... Wow, that's a lot. Let's do bonus hex damage. 12 damage total. Big chunk of it. Next, the Spore Servant will again attack Stony. This could be bad. Tentacle. Critical miss. Cool. So, lives another day. Akumi will save her spell slot, and she will do a Sacred Flame. Be again 8 damage if it misses. Missed! So 8 damage this time. Bring it down to 24. Stony, hit again. 4 more damage. Not a lot, but something. Vernon. Eldritch Blast. That hits. Alright, I need the hex damage as well. So, 13 damage. A whopping 13 damage. Down to 7. Floor's possibly final turn. We'll attack with tentacles. Holy crap. Oh no. Stony goes down. Unconscious. I should have like a... Oh, there we go. Unconscious Stony. Akumi's just like, oh no, not Stony. We've only just met, but I love him. I don't know. These people don't have a lot to go on. Anyway, she will Sacred Flame. 30 saving throw. Miss. 6 more damage. He's hanging on by exactly 1 thread, or 1 HP in this case. And Stony gets to make a death saving throw. He gets the chance to make a death saving throw. He should be lucky. I don't get a chance to make a death saving throw. Not yet, anyway. Where's the death saving throw button? Oh, it says his lay on hands and divine senses are here. That's cool. Oh, there's the death save. Death save! Got one! Okay. Now Vernon will Eldritch Blast. That will hit. So it is dead. We'll see how much damage it does anyway. 14 damage. Massive 14 damage, and the Spore dies. And it's dead. The Spore Servant dies. Akumi will immediately rush up to Stony and cast Spare the Dying. Oh, he no longer has to make death saving throws. She will possibly argue with her friends, being like, well, I could cast Cure Wounds on him, but then I'll be out of spell slots. So maybe we should take a long rest after that, like at the just outside the cave here. Or back on land somewhere nearby. Or maybe just right here on these steps, he says. Not moving even a single step closer into the cave. That's probably a bad idea. But she'll do that. Well, they'll decide to do that. So 10 health to him. He pops right back up. And then they will... Actually, let's have one of them with help. I just want to see who's best at nature, or survival, I mean. She is a 3, and Stony has a 0. I guess he was even though he's a soldier, he didn't live off the land too much. And his is -1, so Akumi, you win as a survival expert. Looking for... Whoa! Oh wait, I was gonna give her advantage. 11's not great, but it's not too terrible either. So I'd probably say like, okay, it takes you an extra hour than it probably would otherwise, but you do find like a small cave that's out of the water and above the tide when it raises. That will allow you to take a nap or take a long rest, which I'm not being too concerned about long rest in this one. Like I said, normally I say long rests have to happen at the end of the day in my campaigns, which can be a little hardcore sometimes, but for the most part players will then just be like, okay, then we do basically nothing for the rest of the day in my campaigns, but not always. Sometimes they'll then be like, okay, let's go do something else, even though they're all very weak, and it's like, this is probably a bad idea, but okay. Can make things interesting, though that wasn't the intention. Anyway, they will all take long rest now, which so they'll all recover some. Kumi will cover spell slots. Did that come back? Yep. Okay. Vernon will cover his one spell slot, which that's not there anymore. And Stony will cover the rest of his hit points. Oh, I guess he could have used Lay on Hands, and we could have kept going. Well, she needed her spell slots back. So everyone takes a long rest. And then they will move back into the cave. Just rush right in there. Alright, so there should be myconids around here, Sony says as he glances around. Yeah, that's what the Renara told us. But as they're looking around a little bit... Oh, there's those sturges I could have added to that fight. Oh, I should read the thing first. The Fungus Farm. This 50-foot high. Normally I wouldn't tell people the location name, but this is the Fungus Farm. This 50-foot high cavern is a forest of multicolored fungi, ranging from tiny filaments to tree-sized mushrooms. Natural staircase of stone columns along the east wall leads up 10 feet to a higher cave area in the north. Water burbles down from the upper cave and collects in a large pool. Two small mushroom-like people are working amid the mushrooms near the pond. A sickening smell like sulfur hangs in the air. And as they come in, they see two Myconid workers who are tending to the fungi surrounding them. But before they can do anything, this happens. As you advance to the cave, a sickly-looking mushroom suddenly stirs to life. It extends its long purple tendrils towards you and moves slowly across the cave floor on its foot-like tendrils. That's right, one combat to the next. Good thing they long rested. So there are 3 violet fungus in this encounter. One of them on top of one or something? No. I only see 2. Fire it. Oh, there's one way up here? Okay. Okay, so one pops out right here next to them. Another pops out here, over here, I guess. This is just how they set it up for this map. I was just gonna... Yeah, that's fine. But feel free to set them up however you want. If you want all 3 of them like right next to the door so they have to fight them, that's fine. Okay, and they have to roll for initiative. Take that out. Move for them first to see if it updates. So Kumi, initiative is 9. What? Okay, never mind. I will move all turns. This thing is crazy. Oh, I selected the wrong thing too. I think that's also why. I keep forgetting you have to select them first. Initiative for Kumi, Stony, and finally Vernon. And now, well not finally, because now I gotta do the violet fungus. And now I have to do these myconids. Let's say you also don't have to do these myconids, because like it explains in the book that these, the violet fungi do not attack the myconids, and the myconids basically ignore everything, until they're spoken to. I think it says that. Oh, these are the myconid sprouts though. They're like little kids, basically. Maybe they freak out a little. Alright, so Stony first will rush up to here and be like, ah! As soon as something starts attacking, he just rushes to attack back. So he rushes forward and attacks for 13. Does that hit? 5. Need 5 to hit them. Okay. I mean, really? Yeah, armor class 5. That's nuts. I guess they do have I guess yeah. Okay, so he hits it for 7 damage. Okay, Molin. As soon as this kid sees that fighting's broken out, he's gonna run away. And they hear in their heads the kid screaming like, ah! Monsters! They don't normally attack us! Ah! How far can they go? Making it sprout 10 feet, so he's gonna sprint 20 feet in that direction. And Kumi. It's kind of surprising to me that these are kids a little bit, just because like every other time I've done this, I've been like, and these are just two workers working on the mushrooms in here. But that's, like I said, I'd like have everything I do is just improv on the spot. That's just my style of DMing. But it works out and we have fun. So, anyway, Akumi will cast Sacred Flame on that guy, I think. Unless there's like a better spell. She could also attack again, but I didn't give her great strength because I figured she'd be in the back. But I guess with a 3-man party like this, I should have thought better about it. Okay, just because she would have to cover more than one ground, you know. But Sacred Flame, for one, if it hits. Nope. So it takes 1 damage. And the next violent... Oh, it's that one. It has 2 attacks. Attack randomly, we'll say even, and Akumi's odd. So, doesn't matter. D4... even, Stony, and second attack will be Akumi. So it attacks both once. It takes 2 attacks. Violent Fungus, yeah, multi-attack. This makes 1d4, 1d4 rolling, rotting touch attacks. What? This is saying 1d4 times 1d4? I don't know what this is saying. Oh. In the book it just says 1d4 rotting touch attacks. Huh. I guess I've never noticed that before. Or I just saw it as being 2 attacks before. So, roll a d4. Makes 4 attacks, actually. So, even odd. So it goes... Huh. So, 1 attack versus Akumi. 3 attacks versus Stony. Jesus. To find these things at this point? I might, like, nerf these. So Miss, Stony, both of them have 18 AC though, so let's see if that hits it. Next was Akumi. Critical hit. Oh no. Akumi, you now take 7 damage. But then the next 2, no, that's the wrong thing. Both against, oh shit, 7. That one misses. And then also 7 damage against Stony. Jeez. Okay, then Krez goes, gonna move 20 feet. We'll run, whoop. Run up to there. Ah! The adventurer's here in their head as the kid runs away. This Violet Fungus goes. Oh, they can only move 5 feet. It will dash, so it can move 10 feet. Still pretty close. Next Violet Fungus goes. Also moving 10 feet. Whoops. And growing twice the size. Kraz sees that and goes, "Wow, no, there's one up here!" Which they hear, which the adventuring party hears in their head. Vernon's turn first. As usual, he will bonus action Hex. And then Eldritch Blast. That hits, right? I only need how much? Oh yeah. Doing 12 damage total and taking it out. "Stop hurting my friends!" he shouts. Stony, "I can take it!" He rose up and attacks this one. That hits. 4 damage. Okay. Mullen's turn again. Keep running this way. 20 feet. Akumi's turn. She'll take a step back and then Sacred Flame that one. I keep forgetting she has guidance too. Makes a dexterity saving throw. Missed. 2 more damage. Violet Fungus, that one's dead. Kraz sees that one and turns around and runs right back. Ah! They're everywhere! The next Violet Fungus attacks Stony 1d4 times. That's just insane. Why is this a... well, whatever. 2 times. Riding Touch. Missed. Oh, that one hits for 4. Stony's barely up. Alright, next one. Way up there. Move 10 feet again. Gets to there. Vernon will transfer his Hex as a bonus action from that one to this one. And then Eldritch Blast them. 23 damage. No, wait, that's wrong. Ever 2 plus 5 damage. So 7 damage total. Stony will attack again. It hits 8 damage. It's dead. Down. Mullen will continue running until he's here. And he'll be like, I don't know what's going on. This one will run to there. These are a bunch of other kids. He's kind of explained to them what's going on, but he's basically out of combat now. Oh, I moved Kraz out of turn. Oh, I don't care. I just want moving on his turn. Akumi turns. There's one more up this way. And from 40 feet away, I think she can hit it. Yeah, 60 feet. I shall cast Sacred Flame on it, which it fails and gets a critical miss, but that doesn't mean anything outside of it's a critical miss. Kraz keeps running that way. It's a violent fungus. It's dead. This one is not dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, no, I can only move 10. Right. Gets that far. Vernon will transfer his Hex and cast Eldritch Blast. 10 damage total. Oh wait, these things aren't resistant or anything. No. Okay, just making sure. Then I just forgot to check. Stony. He can only move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he will throw a javelin. Switch to his javelins and then throw one, which hits. And it's dead. The battle is over. Everyone's injured again. Well, let's leave and take a long rest. Which kind of demonstrates another reason why I like to say you only take one long rest at night at the end of the day. Because then they're not just taking long rest over and over again like this, which many parties might do. But it's it's your own prerogative to tell them how much they can long rest and stuff. If you allow it after every battle, I mean, that's fine, especially for an early adventure like this. For now, I'll just stop there for now. I'll decide if I want to like have a long rest or short rest or what I'll allow them to do next time. Alright, well, thanks for watching everyone, and good luck and good gaming.